Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Medieval Dynasty, episode 3 to be exact. So last episode we listened to a nice little story. Oh, ladybugs! Listened to a nice little story about our uncle. Now we're just waiting for the next day, and then I think we can get a little bit more information. I also figured out you go up here, you can see what day it is, what time it is. So we got a couple hours until we can sleep and then we can get through. But I just thought we would start collecting some of these sticks and everything around the place just for the time being. Why not? Just like stock up a bit. We're a little slow, so we're gonna have to drop a bunch of this stuff off, but just to have. I think it's good to stock up on things, especially to a point when we actually are building. I think I'm going to keep that tree there. That is actually a perfect little centerpiece to that tree. But we can go ahead and put in a bunch of this stuff. I got some porridge. Cool. Okay. But let's just put some sticks away. We got a few sticks. I'll keep like a couple. There we go. And then stones, I think, are another big one. We'll put those away. Logs, I think we're okay. Our feathers, we'll put those away because I don't know if we need those. But 15 o'clock is 3. I'm pretty sure, 90% sure. So we just gotta wait a few more hours, but might as well just keep going with our stuff here. Let's see, we got a bunny in here. Oh, poor bunny. Let's collect this and then rearm. Those look like they break quite easily, which is a little unfortunate, but that's alright. We can put the meat away. I don't know. Put it in there. Why not? Okay. Oh, is there a point where we can go fishing? That would be awesome. Can we go fishing? Oh, they move away. No, definitely not. Definitely not, but we'll pick up our spear back. Maybe we need a fishing rod. That will be cool though, if we can just like fish off of our nice little bridge here that we just set up camp to. Alright, how much longer do we got? A little bit. So let me just collect a bunch of this stuff and then I'll just meet you guys in the morning because there's not too much that we can do. But I'll just keep collecting things. And I'll see you guys in a second. Good morning. Finally, that took forever. Oh, I need to eat. Okay, we're gonna like eat good today and we're just gonna go if I can get to my food. Let's go for the porridge. Or maybe the oat, maybe both. We'll go to the oat roll. Oh, yes, that filled us up. Yes, sir. Okay, we got another story on our hands for today. And then hopefully we can get another quest going. But yeah, I just went around and collect a bunch of stuff, so I might as well just keep going. Might as well get back to it. Get back to the village. Gotta make sure my voice is good. I do wish that it had like a little bit of like a audio recording. I know if this game was probably released a while back when it actually got released. But it would be cool if it just had an audio track. Because it is a lot of reading. I mean, if you were playing alone, like, you'd be able to read it in your head. But for YouTube-wise, we gotta read it out loud. Not the best out loud reader, but I think I'm getting better. So that's always a plus. But almost at the village here. Let's go. I don't want to use too much of my food because I just ate a bunch. But let's get over, talk to our friend, our new friend here. See what the story is today. All right. Where are you? Are you in your house? You might be in your house today. Oh, can I also drink some water from this well? No, I can't. Okay, just kidding. I was a little thirsty, but it's all good. Are you awake yet? Aye, sir. Let's go. Hello, Rasmir. Are you getting settled? The valley is treating me nicely so far. That's wonderful, Rasmir, but you come at a poor time. My duties as castellan await me. Of course, I understand. Is everything all right? Yeah, it is. I'm not sure, to be honest. There's been a murder. What? Oh my gosh. Oh no, I thought things like this didn't happen over here too often. Because they don't. I'm just about to go to the crime scene and question the witnesses. And I honestly don't know what to expect. Oh, I just pressed something. I don't even know. Huh. I've actually met a limp medic once. They used to say that a lot. Medic? That couldn't heal himself? I'm sure he was great at his job. Jokes aside, Rasmir, that's really a serious matter. I won't be able to share more stories with you at the moment, but I believe there's someone you should meet. His name is Sambor. He was one of us. The pack, I mean. Are you serious? And he lives here in the valley? That's right, all of them do, actually. Here, I've worked Sambor's house on your map. You should pay him a visit. Great, I'll go there right away. But beware, calling Sambor friendly is like being stung by a bee right in the top of your manhood. Pleasant. Oh, I'm sure you're exaggerating. He was part of the reminders after all. Don't say I didn't warn you. I'll be on my way then. Alright. So we gotta go to Sambor now. Let's go to our map. I'm feeling that it's gonna be at a different village here. 720. Yeah, you're definitely at the village across the water there. We'll head that way, see what Sambor has to say to us. I'm not really sure about this map. Oh, center map. Center map. Okay. This. Okay, there we go. Oh. How do I move around then? Okay. Oh, you live all the way up there. Wow, that's gonna be a... I would pay you to probably take me there, but I don't know if I have enough money. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, that's a lot of walking. I guess we should get going then. We should get going. I'm also just gonna save real quick. Okay, I think we're saved. All good. Let's head up. Ooh, ducks. Hi, ducks. What's up? Nice little walk, kinda. Maybe we should actually, honestly, maybe go into this village as well. If we have to pass through. Maybe, though. We might be able to just walk straight up. Quite far away. Let's just pick up some sticks on the way. Doesn't hurt. We love sticks. New rabbit. We've already found a rabbit. Hello. This is a new village. Hello, everybody. I soon hope to be settling up a settlement just that way, southwest-ish, that way. Okay, uphill we go. Uphill we go. Make sure that our energy is good and our food. We don't want to be starving to death. Quite far, though. A crow? I thought that said a cow. I was like, we might be able to take down a cow. It might not get mad at us like a boar does. Why does every survival game have boars, and why are they always so mean? Like, I get it. Like, I know I threw the first punch, but it doesn't need to be like that. Like, it can just be a nice guy. Nice little cow. Not cow, boar. What am I saying? I'll just continue getting these sticks. New level. Let's go. I don't know. Did I get a skill point? Oh, let's go. Okay, so I got 2 now. Ooh. Honestly, this one's pretty good because then we can keep getting it, but we don't really need that quite yet. Survival sense. Ooh, okay. Strong as an oak. 10% more health. That's kind of nice. Okay, I think I'm going to just level up this guy first. Because, and then we can keep getting more. And it should be good. I'm just going to max that one out. Because then it'll be easier for us to just get more points. I think that's a good idea. Let me know if I just butchered that, though. Hopefully not. Come on. Sticks. Beautiful. I don't know how many sticks we can carry before getting too heavy. Seems like a lot, though. We got a big, big backpack. Okay, we're going to be going off route here a little bit. I think the road probably will go full. Oh, I see the house. I feel like Sandbar is going to kind of try to hurt us. Oh, I'm really thirsty. And you don't live by water. Oh, there's a little creek down there. Okay. We'll talk to you first, and then we'll get some water in us. Sambor? Anybody here? Is this you? Kind of live off on your own. That's nice. Well, maybe we should just, like, stand, like, in front of the knife. Yeah, sorry. Don't mean to be this close. Wait a second. Look me in the eye and stop shivering for crying out loud. Huh? Black and blue? You're Lorden's family, aren't you? Yes, my name's Rasimir. You must be Sambor, then. And how do you know that? I was talking with Unigos, and he told me that you were a part of the Reminders as well. Part of what now? The pack? The one with Unigos and Lorden? I've never heard this idiotic name in my life. Oh, sorry. Maybe I made a mistake. We were calling the Undying Fist. Oh boy, that's much worse. I'm going to say that. Whatever. What do you know? What are you, like 12? Normally I would argue with you about that, but I'm afraid you'll kick the bucket during this dispute, old man. Oh, there is something I would like to kick for sure. So smart choice. Snot. Anyway, I would love to hear some stories about my uncle and the pack's adventures altogether. That's an amazing coincidence because I would love to spend my time telling the old tales by crackling fire. Oh my, really? No. Leave my property and forget where it is. Oh, come on. It will only take a moment. A moment, really. Just tell me, what was my uncle like? How did you become part of the Undying Fist? And, what did you do exactly as the pack? You know what we didn't do? Didn't get to that part. Alright. But be quiet and try to less annoying. Where should I begin? Right. It all started when Lorden left his home. He was 18 at the time. If I remember correctly, that clever was always too big of a fish for his birthplace, and he knew that left as soon as he could. But cleverness at such a young age always means two things: being arrogant and hot-headed. His plan was to set out on a big adventure. That's it. Pretty detailed, huh? A path like that is paved with skeletons of young idiots, but none of them were Lorden. Either way, he was wandering for days. Days soon turned into weeks, and his rations into dust. He was useless as a hunter, back then at least, so berries and mushrooms was all he could get. So obviously he needed some coins. He came across a manor with orchids so vast they seemed like an ocean. Lorden managed to find some work there. A week of back-breaking labor had passed. His hands were covered in blisters, skin red from the scorching sun, knees pulsating from pain. I must say, you're a really amazing storyteller. I wasn't expecting that. Shut up. Do you want me to finish? Where was I? Oh, right. He was exhausted from all the strenuous work he's done. Went to the lord of the manor with a smile on his face to collect the payment. His stomach was already full with fantasies of all the delicious treats he was dreaming of buying. And all of that was ruined by the hand of the lord holding a couple of lousy coins. Lorden was furious. That was merely a fraction of the pay he was supposed to acquire. He started shouting at the lord, demanding justice. Peasants were just flies to the lord, disgusting, replaceable insects. And what do you do with a fly which buzzes too loudly? Both of the lord's palms struck Lorden's ears with the strength of an ox. Lorden fell to the ground stunned, and the lord's guards threw him out of the manor like garbage, stealing what few pathetic coins while doing so, if I may add. It wasn't until evening when Lorden regained his hearing, and with that afferent thought of revenge. Your uncle was quite a capable fighter when I met him 10 years later, but he wasn't back then. He knew the guards would massacre him if he only ever came close. So he needed to find another way to fulfill his vengeance. Lorden was always ambitious, but the hatred fueled him like nothing before. And what happened next? What came later was me becoming bored of his conversation. Go away. No way, you can't leave me like this. I can do whatever I want. Scram, I have things to do. What things? I'll do them for you. I'll do anything you want. Please tell me the whole story. Damn, you're annoying. Fine, just shut up already. Just say what needs to be done, you won't regret it. Here, grab this shovel. It's a piece of crap, but it will do. There are clay deposits behind my house. Go there and dig some of the clay up for me. On it, boss. Okay, let's, did I get a shovel? Did you give me a shovel? Shovel. Wooden shovel. Let's put this in number 5. Get some clay. I'm gonna assume it's this way. Where? Have to go outside, maybe? We're young. We don't need, we can work. Clay. Where the heck is this clay? Behind your, oh, right here. Are you a bunny? Strange deer figure. I kind of want the strange deer figure. That's very nice. 2. Oh, this is a clay deposit. We need... Okay. We got our 5, but we need the other clay deposit. Right here. We'll get this going. We are kind of thirsty, so hopefully we can get this completed pretty quick. Okay, we can deliver this to Sambor. Maybe he'll finish off the story. Should be a good trade. I did your work. Here you go. You have it. Here's all the clay you wanted. Will you finish up the story now? Alright. So as I've already said, Lorden wasn't much of a fighter back then. He didn't have any money nor connections, but he had one thing, an unusual ability. You see, from an early age, Lorden was an exceptionally good liar. No sweaty palms, no voice cracks, no tells, really calm, steady breaths. Eye contact held the whole way. He eventually managed to handle any kind of pressure, even the craziest situations. But it wasn't that at first. He felt no pressure lying, no stress at all. It was as natural for him as breathing. He had absolutely no remorse. He came up with a plan so immediately moronic and unrealistic that it's really hard to believe that it worked so perfectly. At first, he convinced the nearby town's tailor to sew him a whole set of clothes worthy of the most wealthy nobleman, the finest of fabrics, silken threads, you name it, horrendously expensive. So how did he manage to afford it, you may ask? It's simple. He didn't pay for it, so he stole it. I said no such thing. Lorden wasn't a thief, not in the traditional meaning of the word at least. Apart from that, did I finish the damn story? Uh-huh. While wearing his new clothes, he traveled to the castle of the king of the realm, and he entered it. Okay. Now I know that you're making this all up. That's simply impossible. Ha. You're absolutely right, it is. It's mad to even consider trying to pull it off. But Lorden, he just walked straight in. I don't blame you for doubting me. Damn, I would have first doubt a thing like that if I didn't see him doing it hundreds of times later with my own eyes. Anyways, he walked right into the castle, and once he was there, he followed through with his plan, which was betting his wife. Whose wife? The king's. The king's wife? So the queen. Indeed. So let me get this straight. The plan was to get into the castle and lay with the queen? Exactly that. You were right. This is the most absurdly idiotic plan I've ever heard of. I told you, but it worked like a charm. I still don't get it. What worked? What was he accomplished by that? After the lovemaking, he dressed up, deliberately leaving his undergarments on the bedside, and told the queen he'll be back with some refreshments. Then he went to one of the king's guards and told him that he saw the queen with a company of strange men sneaking into one of the chambers. The guard rushed in and witnessed the queen naked in bed with a man's clothes right next to her. As a loyal servant, the guard reported on the matter directly to the king himself, who, as you can probably imagine, became furious to the state at least. He couldn't really punish the wife. That would be bad for his reputation. But he could pursue her lover. Unfortunately for him, at this point, Lauren was long gone from the castle. Riding beautifully bay mare he borrowed from the stable into the sunset. I still don't get it. You see, the king didn't catch the filthy seducer, but it didn't mean he couldn't track him down and find him. To do so, the only track he could follow was the one that Lauren left behind. Except his undergarments and a pleasurable memory for the queen. His name, not his real name, of course. The name he used to introduce the queen was... Precisely, now you get it. Haha, that's incredible. Lord's head must have left the company of his body pretty promptly. He didn't get killed. That wouldn't be Lauren's style. The queen begged for his life to be spared, so the king threw him into the dungeon where he spent all the days he had left. Lauren was amazing, all that with just the power of his wits and speech. He surely showed the Lord that he shouldn't have wronged him. Don't get the wrong idea about this, his reasons. Lauren didn't get through all of them just because of what the Lord did to him. You see, the Lord was a cruel, merciless brute. He mistreated all of his subjects, killed for fun, raped for sport. People used to call him Laundryman because of his habits, was drowning in the lake after birth, like unwanted kittens. Lord needed to stop him, and he did. But that's not the end of the story. After the Lord's captured, somebody had to take his place. He didn't have a rightful successors, but then, with just an uncannily perfect timing, came a distant cousin of the Lord's, a charming young man with 2 different eyes. You have to be kidding me. He easily acquired all the possessions and sent his relative, but Lauren didn't want any of that, not for himself. So he took only 3 bags of coins from the treasury and left everything else in the hands of the peasants. They were elated. He still probably worshipped them. I can tell you that. Oh, and one more thing. Why 3 bags, you might ask? That's easy. 1 for Taylor, 1 for the stableman he took the horse from, and 1 for himself. With that exact amount of coins he was rightfully supposed to earn for his work at the Orchid. I told you Lauren was a thief, and that was it. He mounted his beautiful mare and left the realm, continuing his adventures. At least, that's the story he used to tell us. So nothing of that may be true at all. Ha. But that's just how it was with Lauren. I understand what you and ours were talking about. He really does seem surreal. Never met anyone else like him. Don't get me wrong. He had his flaws, but he could do. His tongue wasn't even silver. It was made out of pure gold. But what? You didn't tell me what was the purpose of the undying fist. Oh, I thought it would be obvious now. On that day, Lauren's mission was born. He knew that the spoiled, rotten elites like that were scattered all around the world, draining life and dignity from the hard-working, simple folks, and that he was capable of stopping them, to an extent at least. So that's exactly what he started doing, overthrowing corrupted lords and giving back to the community. He sounded like a hero, a true hero. Well, it wasn't like, yeah, I guess you could say that. So how did you join the pack? Lauren was working solo until he met Unigos. The rat's alga fingers could work where Lauren's tongue didn't. And then they needed someone with other talents they were lacking, like strength, manliness, bravery, and independence, gallantry, and integrity. Right, I think I get the picture. So they recruited the best there was. I was, between jobs at the time, so I gave them a chance. Finally, the pack started to really make a difference, but I don't like to brag. Oh, I noticed, humble to the bone. Thanks for noticing. People at my level don't need to boast about our skills. Just like the sun doesn't need to prove it's bright. Anyhow, I already spoke more words to you than I did in the past 5 years to anybody, so it's time for you to go. And preferably don't come back ever. It was a great pleasure and a true, yeah, I don't care. Leave now, and in return for giving away my location, deliver the delicious meal to Onigos. It's his favorite. A knuckle sandwich. Do you want me to hit him in the face? Did I? No, of course. Sir, I'm on my way, sir. I have to go punch Unigos in the face? That's nice. Okay, I'm gonna head over here. That was a lot of reading. A lot of reading. Crazy. Where is this pond? You just don't live by water at all. Oh, okay, here it is. Let's drink some water. Hopefully it's clean. Doesn't look very clean. We're gonna get sick. 100%. let's head back to the main village and deliver a knuckle sandwich. A lot of reading, though. Wow. I don't know. I think in the future we'll kind of cut back on the reading unless you guys like it, but the stories are long. They are definitely really long, and I had to take a break in between because I was like, oh my goodness, this is too long. Too long. But let's get over here, get up, and deliver this knuckle sandwich, and then we'll probably wrap up pretty quick here. We should be almost done with the introductory, and then we can get going on our farm, or our dynasty, I guess is the word. Oh, I thought that was an animal trying to attack us. It's just us. Alright, I will see you guys when we get there, because it's a long walk, and we're running out of time. Coming up to the village, decide to just swim straight across. I don't know if that was quicker. I guess next time we'll find out. Oh, it's like a mallard duck. Cool. Try to hit it with a shovel. Okay, let's go punch Unigus in the head, or in the face. Hopefully he doesn't kick us out of... Ooh, berries. I'll take some berries for sure. That's awesome. Free food. We love that. Okay. Let's go, yeah, I guess punch the guy who's kind of giving us everything in the face. See how this goes. Hello. It's always nice to see you, Rasmir. Goes, hello, I've talked to Sambor. He's a real sweetheart, isn't he? Are you kidding me? He's the most terrifying person I've ever met. So glad you didn't meet him on a bad day. How do you know I didn't? You're here. I see. He did tell me about my uncle, though, the story about the Lord of the Orchids. He has unexpectedly good storytelling skills, doesn't he? Yes, he really does. I was downright astonished by that. One time, I swear, he went for over a year without speaking a single word, but when we were sitting by the fire, he remembered some antidote, laughed out loud, and began his tale. Went from total mute to a master of ceremonies. The narrative was so gripping it was hard to not listen. He even did voices, but after finishing, he became silent again. I never fully understood that side of him. A theater genius trapped in a body of a bear wrestler. He asked me to give you something. Really, and what it is? A knuckle sandwich. Yeah, that sounds exactly like Samba. So are you going to deliver? Do you want me to? Oh, sure, I love people punching me in the face around the valley. I'm known for it. Would you be so kind to do it for free, though? I'm all out of being punched in the face budget. Okay, you're joking. I started worrying there for a moment. Don't. Sambar just likes to say crap like that. But if he asks, I'll tell him you knocked me out cold. Just out of curiosity, what did Sambar tell you about becoming a part of the pack? He said you were looking for the best to recruit and that he was obvious choice. Yeah, that seems like something he would say. Well, he clearly is full of crack. Oh my gosh, so much reading. If not a pleasant memory, but I believe you deserve to know the whole story. We didn't recruit him, well, I guess we did. Lorden did, but that wasn't a matter of choice. When Lorden and I started to follow his mission together, we were rather successful. Everything was going smoothly, too easy even. We were doing a lot of good, putting away well-deserved smiles on oppressed faces. That's when we let our guard down. There was a secret guild formed by a few of the higher-ranking knights and baroons, and we called them the Vendors. Bunch of really heartless. Their most lucrative business was selling a living merchandise, and no, I'm not talking about animals. Please don't say it. Slavery was strictly forbidden in that realm. The queen was adamant about it. Well, the vendors had their own set of rules to follow. They caged them like cattle, mostly women and children, forced to fight rats for the poor little rations they were being given in the damp dungeon they were held in. The guild preferred quantity over quality, so they didn't care about disease, and they didn't tend to wounds. I think I'm going to be sick. Sometimes it took them weeks to get the dead out of the cages, survival of the fittest, or rather outlasting of the least fortunate. It was simply horrible. If you ask me, all the damned guild deserved a cruel and slow death, but that wasn't how we operated. Lorden made it very clear from day one. We were never to take a life. That was the most important of the rules. Anyway, we managed to get everyone out, the carriages full of broken people. Even the horses kept their heads low, mourning the despair in the air was even more poisonous than the stretch of the rotting flesh. And in all that, we forgot to make ourselves safe as well. We were caught by mercenaries who brought us to the torture chamber. Yeah, this gruesome place had even a worse room hidden inside. Unbelievable. The vendors weren't in their patient mood, so they set their worst torture right away. I was horror-struck, truly petrified, could barely breathe. Lorden didn't say a word, just looked at me. His eyes were relaxed, but focused. I realized he wanted me to be calm as well, but I couldn't. He just went first. The torturer strapped Lorden to a chair and started swinging. His fists were like anvils. Every hit drew blood or broke bones. In a matter of seconds, Lorden's face looked like a bloody pulp. The thing poking through it was his smile. It was many a times I wondered if he was even human. The torturer quickly realized that he needed different tools for such a unique specimen and went to grab his blades. That's when Lorden started talking. He was making him offers, one after another, but the torturer just kept carving into a torso like he was preparing a steak to be grilled. There was so much blood I could taste in my mouth. I wanted to pass out, just to run away from all that, but I couldn't. My heart was pounding way too fast. That's horrible. Suddenly, the torturer stopped. He looked at me and back at Lorden. This was the thing, he said. If you're lying, you're going to watch me do the same to him. I was about to puke, but Lorden just nodded, so he untied us both and helped us escape. There were more mercenaries on their way, heavily armed. No one stopped us. Even they were terrified of that guy. We managed to get out in one piece well. We managed to get out alive. Lorden wouldn't heal for weeks, and even after that he was scarred so badly it looked like he had chainmail stitched to his skin. But we had escaped death, and it's unnecessary became one of us. The torturer at Sambor, wasn't it? Yes. I have no words. I'm sorry this happened to you guys. Don't be the path we walked on. It was our choice. We knew the risk. How could you want a person like that among your group? You think I wanted the cutthroat anywhere near me? I couldn't get a wink of sleep with him around for days. I was constantly watching my back, watching his every move. So why didn't you blow him off? That's simple. Lorden made a deal with him. Promised him the only thing that mattered to the brute, which was money, a whole lot more than that guild was paying him, and a cut from every heist that we did. But couldn't you just pay him off or run away? That's not the way Lorden did things. He was a master liar, but when he gave something his words for real, he backed down. Besides, as we later found out, Sambor wasn't evil in his nature, and he was a true soldier. Did what was asked of him. Lorden spent hours talking with him, explaining our rules of conduct. Sambor never broke any of them. Not once. That's incredible. Your lives, I mean. I didn't think I would be able to handle all that. Honestly, I hope you'll never have to. I've been through a lot, and after all these years, the thing I wish the most is to have a boring, steady life. I'm not the type of person that would get bored. There's always something to do. I'm glad to hear that. That's the next request. It won't be boring to you at all. Sure, what do you need? I need you to go to Boro, find Ida, and get my sights back from her. Consider it done. Holy moly. We just, read a whole book this episode. That was crazy. But, yeah. We're gonna head, to a different village and get a scythe from Ida. And we're on chapter 2 of his story. But, holy. That was a lot of reading. I'm definitely gonna end it here. We got a lot of information. I know these first couple episodes are always kind of slow, but once we can start working on our own thing, I think, chapter 3, when we can survive for the season, get these story quests done, it'll go a lot faster, and we can start doing more of our own stuff. But for the time being, we'll just keep it slow, keep reading our stories, and try to figure out what everybody needs. So, if you guys have been enjoying this series, make sure to like the video, subscribe for more almost said Minecraft. Subscribe for more Medieval Dynasty, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.